Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to discuss the best practices to manage AD users. AD users can be managed in many ways, but this is going to depend on your company policies. If you are a system engineering, you can decide this by organizing the users by departments or locations or agencies or any other parameters that you think that are useful. On this case, we're going to set up a user in the default OU users folder so you can see the steps of how this works. First, you need to go into your domain and then click on users. Here, you make a right click, select new user. In this menu, you have some information. The first one, it says create in. This indicates the default location where the user is going to be created. In the first name, type the name. In the second name, in the last name, type the last name. In the email can be set up in many ways as the users. You can either use the first initial of the name followed by the last name. You can either select the first name, that last name, or just the first two initial of the name followed by the last 5 initial of your last name. This is going to depend, of course, again, according to the company policies. For this, I'm just going to use my first name, that my last name. In order to this work, you need to have a domain name with a .com address in order to be routable to the internet outside. Or you can opt to have your online exchange server hosted in Azure or any other cloud solution instead of your local network. For this, just click on Next and here type a password. Make sure this is a strong password. It could be capital letters, lowercase, symbols, numbers, and minimum with the length of 8 characters. If you mark this option, the next time the user signs into the computer, he needs to reset the password. If you type this one and it's not recommended, if you select this one is not recommended because you know there are security issues and the user needs to reset the password periodically. So I'm going to mark this option and select this one and click on Next. Finish. Alright? So let's say, for example, that I'm working in a company and for some reason I receive a call from a user and he said, "Hello, I'm having issues to sign in on my computer. I can't remember my username." So to resolve this issue, you just need to identify the username by, you ask for the name, you ask for the last name. You have this option here, option. In action, you can find, then let's say the user said, "My last name is Pujols." Instead of searching just in user, you can select either looking into the entire directory, or if you know what is the domain name this person belongs to, like amlearning.local, you go and search in the entire directory at this domain, amlearning.local. Then you search the last name, PU, for example, and you click on Find Now. The database of Active Directory search every single queries and find this object and find this user. Then you select the properties of the user and then you go to Account. Here on Account, you can see what is the logon name for this user to sign in into the computer. As you can see, the logon name for this user is this information.